Alright, what is up? We're out here with the car. You see Audi's still freaking apart. I was kind of going through, sorry, excuse my car, interrupted me. This guy's all good, chilling. I still have to finish that bracket to get it to sit flat, but we're chilling for now. Everything works, it's sealed up. And I was kind of going through and looking, and around the O-rings, or the injector, sorry, I should say that, you can see how it's kind of burnt there. So that one looks like it's leaking. This one looks like it's leaking. This one doesn't look terrible, but definitely a little bit burnt around it. And then that one is also burnt. So I feel like the O-rings are actually leaking, causing definitely a boost leak. And we are losing some pressure, maybe blowing out some fuel through there. Yeah, so I'm going to have to replace that. I was on orings.com and actually found a few different sizes. So I'm going to order just different sizes and we'll find one that actually works. I know the O-rings that were on this are 8 millimeters on like the small end, the inner diameter. And then I believe it was like, the cross section was like 3 millimeters or something like that. We'll try the 8 by 4 millimeters. And then 7 by 4 millimeters, so they have like a really tight fit around the O-ring, and it's also 4 millimeters wide, so it fills up the hole. I remember the holes in this thing are about like 15 to 16 millimeters, where the O-ring actually sits in there, so if we can make up that space, I think we'll be good. Other than that, the car drives just fine. It's not really a problem, but if we can get any boost leak resolved and get everything kind of fixed up, then the car will run that much better, and we don't want it leaking and just kind of creating a mess in the engine bay and that kind of stuff. So here are some of the old injectors that I pulled out of the car. I don't think these ones are necessarily bad, but definitely just decided to get some new ones after all these years. I replaced them about a year ago. So they're Bosch 42 pound, like the Green Giant injectors, or whatever you want to call them. But at this silver piece right here, it's about 8 millimeters, and then the cross section, or whatever you want to call it, on the O-ring, the thickness of the O-ring, I think these ones were 3 millimeters. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, something like that, 3 millimeters. I'm gonna order some that are about 4 millimeters and 3.5 millimeters, just so we can get a really nice tight fit around this silver collar on the O-ring, as well as make it wide enough to where these sliding into the intake manifold, it has a little bit of resistance, and the O-ring has to kind of squish and compress to get a really good seal on that, and then we won't have any boost leaks at the O-ring anymore with the car. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get those things ordered up. I'll try and overnight them. It is Wednesday now, so if I overnighted them, hopefully they would ship them out Thursday and they would arrive Friday, but I'm not 100% sure. Some places don't ship things out that fast, but hopefully we'd get them out pretty soon. Like I said, I don't think it's affecting too much on the car, but if we can just have everything clean, running like it should be, sealing like it should be, we'll be a whole lot happier with how everything is. So anyway, alright guys, so we're hitting a little night drive. Sounds so freaking good. Everything's been treating me well, like I said. The only issue that we have is just the injector O-rings, so I overnighted them, so we should have some O-rings to try out on the injectors, and we'll be able to seal up that leak. That's a pretty major boost leak. If all three are leaking that bad to where there's actually like black residue on the injector and on the intake manifold itself, that's not good. So we're gonna get that fixed. Everything else is running good with the car. And I was trying to think, like, you know how I said, like, I like filming with this car more than I do the Audi. We just got to come up with projects for this car. So I think what I'm going to do, the direction we're going to go with this car, is actually start kind of like refining it and lightening the car. So I have that carbon fiber hood that I started making. It's definitely not done, but I do want to finish that, as well as put some new seats in the car, some new lighter weight racing seats. Whether I'm going to go with like a bucket or just like a reclinable kind of like racing style seat that's lighter, I don't know, but definitely want to shave some weight in the car. The car's definitely not like crazy fast like the Audi. It's zippy, it handles really, really well compared to the Audi. The Audi is just so heavy compared to the Jetta. I mean, and I haven't really pushed the Audi that much. I'm sure it would pull through corners, being that it's all-wheel drive. You turn, give it gas, and it just kind of goes that direction. So I'm sure it would handle great, but you can feel the weight behind the Audi so much. This thing is just so light and nimble, like, it's crazy. But yeah, so I definitely want to invest in lightening this car just a little bit. Just a thought. Let me know what you guys think of that. But otherwise, I don't really know what else we can even do to the car. There's other turbo kits and other things we could do to it, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. And we also got to plasti dip it and change the color. We got to do both cars. I got to peel all the stickers off the Audi as well and get that thing good before all those stickers kind of just like permanently bake on and are impossible to remove. Dude, I freaking love it. Sounds so good. So another thing that I did with the car was actually lower the starting PSI that the water methanol comes on at. So the whole reason that I put water methanol in the car was actually to be like a cooling modification for the car. And the way I was running it was like almost like how guys run the supplemental fueling. You have it come on past like 10-12 PSI and really like start to carry the fueling as the boost goes up. But if I want to do it as like a cooling mod, then I should be doing the most spray that I can, the soonest that I can, without messing up the car and like spraying too much, obviously. But yeah, I lowered it back down to about 4 PSI, so the compressor really doesn't have a chance to, like, once it starts compressing air, it doesn't have a chance to build up heat while it's compressing air. I feel like that is like the most efficient way to run the system how I want. Oh shit. Oh shit. We got a fatal accident up here or what? Or is it a freaking checkpoint? Dog. A lot of cops. I'll get you guys the ins on this. There's like a police station up here. As I drive by filming, fucking get arrested. See what's happening over here though. Here, I'm gonna lower the camera, I'll let you guys know. That shit was crazy. Someone freaking sent their car. So at the intersection, there's kind of like a... I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, so at the intersection, someone ramped up in the corner and freaking, it looked like they like hit a water line or something. But they fucked up bad. Alright, so anyway, like I was saying, so we've got the water methanol coming on at about 4 PSI, so you can see when that gauge starts turning blue, that's when it starts spraying. It's about 4 PSI. I can't really see it on camera, but trust me, 4 PSI it comes on. And like I was saying, it just gives the car the most chance it can get to actually like cool the charge air before it starts heating up. And I feel like that is using the system for cooling like I was saying I was doing. The other way that I was running it wasn't necessarily not cooling it, but it was able to generate so much heat, building 10 to 15 psi, whatever it was, before the system even started spraying, which is probably better for the tune, which I don't even know if it's actually affecting the tune because it's so far away from the intake manifold. I don't know how it's affecting anything really, honestly, if we're being honest here. But it definitely makes a huge difference. Spraying earlier means that my charge pipes before the actual intercooler are like straight up cool to the touch. Dude, she moves. It's crazy. This car, it kind of moves. I can kind of smell the fuel vapors. I probably shouldn't do that too much. I can kind of smell it. That's probably what's leaking out of the injector O-rings. At like high boost, you can kind of smell it. So I probably shouldn't do that. I don't want to catch this shit on fire, especially if I only have to wait one more day. But it definitely, it pulls. And then with the no lift shift, I got to get another clutch so I can start freaking doing that again. It rips so hard. Like, I've never had a car yet. I bet the Audi would do it crazy if I put like a watt box on that, but with the no lift shift, I'm not even ready for it. Like, it just comes in so hard when you get into the next gear. It really just rams you from behind. No homo. But like, that shit gets you. It throws your head back in the seat even harder. Like, it's wild. But anyway, I'm probably gonna be just going home here in a little bit. I don't want to film too much. There's too many cops out. We're gonna be done for the night. That chatter is real. Sounds like the shit's blown up.